Hey everybody, it's a Sunday morning here. We're about the middle of February here in North Texas, and hopefully the cold weather is well beyond us. Hopefully no more days of snow or ice or those freak cold spells, because it's time to plant. Another month and we'll have everything planted in the spring here. I mean, it's getting really close. So we're going to do some things today. We're going to put in some onions that I have purchased, and because we did have a cold spell these last couple weeks, I held off planting them. But now we're going to do it. So where are we going to do it? Well, we'll do it in this raised bed here. It gets lots of sun, and first we're going to put in a few soil amendments. Kind of get the dirt ready here. We've got some Epsom salts, which is always good. Got a little bone meal, which is going to add some phosphorus. A little garden food, and some lime for calcium. So what I'm going to do is, I got some onion sets, so I'm going to probably only need, I don't know, maybe just half this bed. So I'm going to sprinkle that in, and then we are going to get right to it. Okay, so I've sprinkled some of the fertilizer on the dirt here, and now what I'm going to do is just use my little hand tool, and I'm going to kind of mix that in. I'm not really going to get out my big rototiller just to kind of blend this together. We're just going to mix it in for the first couple inches of the soil. All right, let me put the camera down and finish that up. Okay, so I got my onions here. I got a couple different kind. I have some red onions, some Texas sweet onions, some yellow onions. So I probably got a lot here. I might need more space than this, which is fine. But I'm going to try to pack them in a little bit densely if I can, and see, how far we go with them. Okay, so I'm going to start unwrapping them and then laying them out so I can space them first. Okay, here's my first two sets, and as you can see, they're really kind of big. They got nice roots, so I'm going to start planting them in here and seeing how far the first set goes and continue on. I'll probably use a lot of this bed maybe. All right. Okay, so the onions took up more space than I thought. When they're bunched together like that, you never know how many little onion shoots are in there. But we got them planted all here, and that looks pretty good. I made them not too close, not too far, but yeah, it'll do. We will now put some mulch in between this to keep them and keep the ground moist and protect it from any more cooler weather. But we're going to give them a water, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so we've got the onions in. We've got the mulch sprinkled around the onions to keep the soil moist, keep things warm if it gets a little bit cool in the evenings. But there we go. Onions are planted. We will see how they do. Like I say, every year you do things all the time, and one year they're good, next year they're not. It's a learning experience every season, how you do things. And then of course, the potatoes were put in yesterday, and the mulch is all on those beds, keeping them warm. And then it won't be much longer until we start to plant here in these beds, right? This is going to be cucumbers and peas and things that climb. So, probably another 3 to 4 weeks, barring any sort of freak cold spell, and those will be ready to go. And then of course the regular beds will be getting ready, as cleaning up the rest of the garden, but kind of focusing, a little bit each time, a little bit each weekend. And then we still got room here for more beds, and we'll have to see what kind of beds and things that we're going to do to utilize the space, but we don't have to figure it out all in one day. Of course, I planted the trees, transplanted them a couple weeks ago. Let's hope that they are taking and rooting and all that good stuff, and hopefully the cold didn't stunt their growth. But yeah, that one's looking a little crooked there. I guess when it settles I might have to stake it up. But yeah, it's gonna be here upon us fairly shortly, so no weekend is wasted. All right, everybody. We will talk to you again when we do more gardening. See you later.